reading.
You sin reading, but at the same time, you're literally an author. You've written several books and promoted them on this YouTube channel. Does anyone else recognize the hypocrisy here?
Anyone with facial hair like this definitely has herpes.
Never judge a book by its cover, Jeremy.
This electric fence hole is even more convenient than the one in Jurassic Park 3.
Convenient? Not only are convenient things realistic, seeing as they happen all the time in real life, but the hole in the fence really isn't out of the ordinary. I mean, we're shown right from the beginning that District 12 is extremely poor and run down, so having a hole in their fence that nobody bothers to repair is actually pretty believable.
How many times did your name in today?
42.
If you read the book, you know what this means. I'm guessing.
First of all, this sin is for something that's explained more in depth in the book, and this is precisely why the books do matter. And second, it's pretty obvious to anyone with more than 5 brain cells what this means. Gale's name is in the bowl a lot of times, which means that his chances of getting picked are that much higher. It's simple math, my man.
The movie makes Elizabeth Banks ugly.
Isn't that kind of the point? The movie is showing the ridiculous wealth of the capital through insane fashion choices and the people's weird appearances.
Futuristic flip-offs require 3 fingers. Or is this British too?
That's racist.
Woody Harrelson should never be anyone's mentor.
Did you just sin Woody Harrelson for being Woody Harrelson? Fuck you.
Haymitch's alcoholism is introduced and then immediately solved.
I get that this is a joke, but it's really stupid because obviously this one refusal of a drink is not an indication of the problem being solved.
She's not training, she's just playing memory.
Jeremy yells at the screen cliché.
How did this girl get up here?
She climbed and used ropes as a rigging system. Next question.
I used to decorate the cakes down at the bakery.
Right, because Coal Mining District 12, where they eat squirrels, has a bakery with a f***ing cake decorator.
Right, because even though the general populace of the district is extremely poor, there are still people in positions of leadership, the Victor Village, and people from the capital, including the guards. I think Jeremy is failing to understand the fact that the district system is essentially slavery, where the people from the districts are forced to work for the rich capital.
How do holograms make these guys' jobs any easier?
This sin is really just pointless nitpicking, but the answer to this question is that it gives the game makers a visual for what they're doing. It actually makes sense that this would be the preferred operating system.
Do you really need to vocally count down from 50?
Jeremy yells at the screen cliché.
If you wanted to see the actual Hunger Games themselves, you'll need to slog through 1 hour and 8 minutes of the film first.
Jeremy has the attention span of a toddler with ADHD cliché.
Director of photography, Michael J. Fox.
Okay, that was actually pretty funny. Take a sin back, damn it.
Builds awesome trap she never uses.
Oh yes, the trap that she never uses. Not once. Not one single time. This trap that she never, ever uses.
This death montage illustrates how unimportant these characters are.
Jeremy points things out on the screen cliché.
If Haymitch can be her sponsor and send her gifts, then why the f*** did he waste all that time telling her to do the things that get her sponsors and gifts?
Because Haymitch isn't actually the sponsor. He talked to people who he convinced to become the sponsors.
Is she hallucinating history?
Yes. Next question.
Mockingjays respond to any old noise you happen to make.
Jeremy points things out on the screen cliché.
This might be a good time to use that healing cream.
Do you really think the healing cream will help Rue with the giant hole in her stomach from a fucking spear?
No cannons for these characters. That lady back at the home base must not have done her job.
You're failing to understand the fact that this scene is being portrayed through Katniss's eyes, and therefore they don't play the cannon sounds to demonstrate her emotional state.
Shouldn't District 11 be used to their tributes dying? Is a riot really necessary?
If I'm remembering correctly, the guy who's rioting was Rue's father, so he's understandably very upset.
So Katniss is sitting here crying in the woods, and then we cut to Haymitch trying to persuade the Devilbeard, and then we cut to the Devilbeard trying to persuade his grandpa, and then we cut back to Katniss still crying.
Yet more pointing things out. That's like half of this video.
Wanted to simply kill her a minute ago, now wants to monologue.
Jesus Christ, what did I just say? Jeremy pointing things out and not explaining why they're sins is essentially the basis for this entire video.
Why yes, that is a dog. The finale is a dog.
Sinning dogs.
Correction, the finale is several dogs. Awesome.
Jeremy double dips cliché.
Katniss uses the arrow as a distraction instead of a deadly weapon.
Because she was trying to get him to release Peeta. If she had aimed for his head, she would have been running the risk of hitting Peeta instead.
They were okay with dogs possibly killing everyone, but the berries, no way.
Because if both of them eat the berries, then there won't be a victor. Are you even watching the movie?